Hi, everyone. So today we are going to keep doing some sight words. I wanted to do some more things today, but I couldn't find what I needed on the internet that would be really good to show you. So I thought we would just focus on sight words today, like last lesson. Um, but I hope you're all doing okay. A lot of you mentioned that you've been sick or really busy. So it's okay. You can watch these lessons, whenever you want, whenever you can. It is okay, you're fine. Um, so today I'll just try and get through this really quick for you. But we'll only learn a few more words. And these ones, I want you to learn them and how they relate or how they work with other words when you're talking about your likes and dislikes. So when you say most, it's the greatest amount, right? When you use most or the word least, you're using them to compare to other things. So when you say most, you mean the greatest amount. So when you say, she dislikes fish the most, um, it's to add on to the word dislike. Or you can ask a question, what city do you like the most? So which one do you like more than the other ones, the most? Now least means just the smallest amount. I like doing the dishes the least. So when we say um, that, hold on, I think my computer's freezing. When we say that, I like doing the dishes the least, um, what we're saying is that we don't like it really. And that's what's kind of confusing when we use this in English. So that's why you kind of have to listen. Okay, are they saying the most? But you also have to say or listen for, are they saying that they like or dislike? Because if you say he dislikes doing the dishes the least, it means that it's not, he doesn't hate it, right? So he dislikes doing it the least, the smallest amount. So he doesn't dislike it a lot. It's a small amount of disliking. But if you say, I like doing the dishes the least, it means that it's the least amount to like. It's it's really weird why we do this in English, but we do. So when somebody says, "Oh, she dislikes fish the most," or "What city do you like the most?" It's like which one more than others. But when we say, "I like doing the dishes the least," it just means you don't like it. But why don't people just say, "I dislike doing the dishes"? I don't know. I don't know why we do this. He dislikes doing the dishes the least. So this is kind of confusing. It's okay if you don't get it. You don't need to learn how to say this. I think it's better to say, I dislike doing the dishes or I like doing the dishes. But sometimes people say it because they still want people to know that they dislike it, but it's okay, they don't mind type of thing. So crazy. When we use the word crazy when we're talking about likes and dislikes, um, it means extremely enthusiastic. Enthusiastic means like, woo, like you're really excited about it. So obviously we use crazy, like, oh, they're acting crazy. And it means that they're acting kind of like not okay mentally. They might be acting really violent or talking to themselves or something. You could say, oh, they were acting a little crazy. It's not super polite to say that to people, but also, but you can use it when you're talking about likes and dislikes, which is interesting. So if you say she is not crazy about dogs, it means that she does not like dogs, right? If you say my brother is crazy about running marathons, it means that he likes to do it a lot. He loves it. It means that he just is like, woo, every time he has to do it. So that's why we use like crazy when we're talking about things. You can say she is not crazy, or you could say like he is crazy about this. He's crazy about running. He's crazy about eating spaghetti. Like my niece is crazy about eating meatballs. Like that's her favorite food. So when we use crazy, we use it, it means lots of different things, but when you want to talk about it, when you're talking about something that you like or dislike, you put it before what it is that you're talking about, and then you say about, and then the thing that it is. So my brother is crazy about running. But if you want to say somebody is not, you could say, she is not crazy about dogs. Or sometimes when you're at work, you could say, you could be talking to your coworker, and then you could ask them and say, what did our manager think about you leaving early today? And your coworker could say, she's not crazy about the idea, meaning she doesn't really want it to happen, type of thing. So, the next word is really. We've heard this word a lot. A lot of these words that I'm teaching you are things that add strength to what it is you're saying. So if you'll remember, the words that we learned um, last lesson are lots of different ways to say like, right? You can say fond, enjoy, love, adore. And if you dislike something, you can say hate, detest, I despise, I loathe. And they're all words that you can use instead of saying very much or really. But also, if you're somebody who has a hard time remembering all of those words, you can always just say or put something like this to add strength to what it is you're saying. I really like walking in the rain. So like is when we say that you like something, it means that it's okay to you. You enjoy to do, like you enjoy doing it. When you add really in front of it, it helps people know it's not that you just like doing it, it's you really like doing it. Um so when people use really, it's just to add strength, right? To what it is they're saying. I really like walking in the rain instead of just saying I like walking in the rain. It means that you like it more. If you say, "Oh, we really hate rude people," um, you'll see that this one uses the word hate, right? We really hate rude people. So you can use these with the words that are already strong, right? Hate, despise, loathe, or even words that are good, right? Love, adore, things like that. I really love sushi. That's something you can say. So it just adds strength. A lot of people, when you get to like colleges and universities, when you're writing, um, don't like it when you use these words. But if you're just talking to people, nobody cares. It's okay to use these as much as you want. This word is not quit, it's quite. Quite. So quite uh, is like really, it adds intensity to what you say. But when we use the word quite, it's not really common for people to say like really. Quite is a little formal when we use it. So, I could say my students quite enjoy reading. I'm just saying, it's the same as saying my students really enjoy reading. It's just a little bit of a more formal way to say it. We are quite fond of dancing. It's just like saying we are really fond of dancing. We're quite fond of it. It just adds intensity, meaning it adds more to what you're saying. So when you say like, it's right here. When you say you really like, it's up here a little bit, if that makes sense. Very much. Very much adds strength to what you say, just like really and things like that. I like talking to people very much, or I don't like driving in snow very much. The thing about very much is it needs to come at the end of whatever it is that you're talking about. So you don't say I like very much talking to people. Nope, nope, nope. Can't say that. Um, you can't put it between I and like. Because you can say I really like talking to people, but you can't say I very much like talking to people. In some English grammars, you can. Um, in America, it's not super common to see. If you say it, it's not the worst thing ever, but usually people say it at the end. I like talking to people very much. I don't like driving in snow very much. It just adds strength, right? So you could just say, I don't like driving in snow. That's totally fine. You can say that. But if you say, "Ugh, I don't like driving in snow very much," it's just a little thing to add to make it stronger, to make your meaning stronger. A lot is the same like very much. Adds strength to what you say. I love my family a lot, right? You could just say, I love my family, and people will understand. But if you say, I love my family a lot, it's helping you to express that you can't just say, I love my family. You say, oh, I love my family a lot. That's why we use it in English is it helps us to feel like we're expressing what it is we want to say, because we're talking about our feelings. So it says, when we use the word a lot or very much, in our heads, we're saying, I know what I'm saying, but I want to make it a little bit extra. I love my family a lot. Or they hate animals a lot. Um, it helps us to let people understand not only do they hate animals a lot. So it was right here, they hate animals, and it got pushed up. They hate animals a lot when we use a lot. Bear. The next one, this word, bear, it means to endure something or carry the weight of something. So when you endure something, this word right here, endure, it means to kind of keep doing something even though it's difficult. That's what endure means. It means to do something even though it's difficult. Um, that's what this word bear is. It's to do something, carry the weight of something, hold something, even though it's difficult. That's the kind of way that we use it. It's when you're holding something or there's a weight on you or anything and it's hard or it's difficult. Um, I can't bear walking in the rain. So when you say that, it's kind of like saying, I don't like walking in the rain. But this is something that people use in English all the time. Oh, I can't bear this. And it's spelled the same way as like the animal, right? Bear. But when you use this as a verb, it turns into this to endure something. I can't bear walking in the rain. Means that you don't like it, but you just it's something that really um just like is not you really don't like. It's not something that you can just push through. It's something that really makes you feel sad or upset. Um we can't bear listening to people complain. That's something everybody, when you can't bear something, um it means that it's really hard for you to endure it, to keep going. Um, I can't bear standing on my feet for 12 hours. It means it's really hard for you. That's what when we say, I can't bear, I cannot bear. If you say, I can bear walking in the rain, it means that you can do it. It's fine for you. But most of the time in English, you'll hear people say, I can't bear, or we can't bear. Um, this together, can't and bear. Stand. Now we know what stand means. You sitting and then you stand. But stand also means to tolerate or to endure, right? To let something happen, right? So this is another way to express how if you dislike something. My sister can't stand living in an apartment. It means that she will not tolerate it. She will not keep doing it. Or if they say, I can't stand this traffic, it means that you will not keep experiencing it. That's all it means is when we say, I can't stand. Um, Most of the time in English, you will hear bear and stand as verbs when you're saying can't or when someone is saying can't. I can't bear, I can't stand. Um, these are the most common. You could say, I can stand it, but usually people use this when they're talking about negatives, right? Bad things. I can't stand this traffic. I can't stand my coworker. That's something, it's basically saying that you dislike someone a lot. So it's another way to say that you dislike or like something. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you the words. These are really easy, so we'll just go through them. So I'll give you some time to read it and then I'll say it. Most, least, crazy, really, quite, very much, a lot, bear, stand. So these are really easy. I just wanted to show you them to help you understand how we can use them when we're talking about likes and dislikes when we start practicing it more in the other lessons.